So hi, hello and welcome again. Microbehunter here. Today I'm going to put some instant noodles, ramen noodles under the microscope. I've done this already a few years ago and I've just seen that this video for whatever reason really exploded. And the number of views really increased a lot, so people evidently are very interested in noodles under the microscope. You got to give the people that what they want, so that's why I decided to put again some of these instant noodles under the microscope with a slight variation because I'm going to also use my stereo microscope today. I don't know why people are all of a sudden so interested in those noodles, and I think maybe they're kind of hoping to find something scary or something, I don't know, dangerous in those noodles. I can reassure you I did not find anything scary or dangerous or disgusting. So what I've done is I immediately had a closer look at the freeze-dried vegetables that were included. Freeze-drying happens when the vegetables are frozen. All of the water is frozen and then they're placed into a vacuum, and the vacuum will actually cause the water to directly evaporate again, the frozen water, the ice to evaporate, and this maintains not only the nutrients but also the color and the shape of those vegetables. Now the problem with those vegetables is that they're still fairly thick, too thick for microscopy, but I did find a couple of very thin ones, some thin vegetable skins which I picked out using my tweezers, and I put them on a microscope slide, added a little bit of water and then put it under the microscope. And what did I see? Of course, air bubbles. But otherwise it was not very interesting. However, I was able to see a couple of cells, right? So it's clear that due to the drying process, maybe some of the interesting structures were a little bit lost, and it was not really particularly exciting here. So I decided, okay, maybe I'm going to put a green, one of those green veggies under the microscope, and this is where things started to look a little bit more interesting, because I found those strange oval structures on the green vegetable. What could this be? Of course, many of you already know. These are so-called stomates, stomata. These are openings in the plant where gas exchange happens. So the carbon dioxide gas from the air is able to enter the plant over those little openings. Now let's have a closer look at the noodles themselves. I put them under the stereo microscope. And obviously, because they were made of wheat, mostly starch, I did not expect anything very exciting, but I did see quite a few of those black dark dots in the noodles, and I kind of was wondering what in the world could that be? Some kind of contaminants or so. And but on the other hand, I have to tell you, I don't know what this is, but I wouldn't be so worried about that. And wheat being a natural product, you can of course always expect some of the wheat, the seed coat to be present as well. Simply, I would say it's a natural thing that is simply there, and honestly, I wouldn't be too concerned about that. And then I said, okay, maybe I'm going to put now the ramen soup as well under the microscope. So I mixed all of the veggies together and the noodles, and added some hot water, and simply if I've taken now some of the liquid and put it under the microscope, and of course, what do you expect? I mean, you're able to see many more things there, and all of these things are very undefined. Of course, fragments of plant material. I was able to find a little bit of starch as well, starch grains, of course, spices, and because I also added the oil, some tiny oil droplets as well. So you see, what do you expect if you actually are preparing food, which ultimately does come from a natural source, like for example the vegetables and the spices. I mean, this is also plant material. Then of course you can expect also to find a lot of undefined material, because nature is a complex environment after all. So that's basically all I wanted to share with you, and do leave your comments behind a little bit. But if you kind of were joining the video to hope to find something dangerous, because some YouTubers actually said they found some mites there or some insects in the ramen noodles, I did not find anything like that. Seriously not. And if you store the food properly, then there should be absolutely no problems concerning this. And if you do not store the food properly, then pretty much any type of food will start to turn bad. I'll leave it at that. Happy micro hunting as always. See you around next time.